you can.
Let us reap those naive illusions and image.
Still have a bit of time before it spreads too far, so this is good. Next, Highmore is going to secure this route, so that nobody's causing issues with Fang. Then I need my spot in order to stop the spread of the branch. And then that spot needs a dedicated healer.
Alright then.
That also heals behind him, just in case it is necessary.
They have no position to evade.
Okay. We need to retreat now. Scott is going to pick it up.
Everyone, follow me.
This is fine. Or maybe it's not fine. It's a bit much. It's a bit too much.
Got it.
Okay. Now it is fine. Next I'm going to deploy another healer.
It's all you deserve.
This is fine. We're going to let it be stunned for a while.
There we go.
My old
Not
methods
entirely
still
sure how we're supposed to handle all of this.
work. My old methods still work.
But it's fine. I can just deploy another tank here. He's going to hold position for now. We stunned him again. Okay, that's not good. Okay. It's fine. Still alive. Maya's going to help now. She has Ardevoid. She can help. I need to get rid of this Nethership brand though.
Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon.
Then downwards.
Everyone, follow me.
Okay, this is fine. Shoot from
power
above.
to withstand.
Heal yourself. Don't die on me. Somebody's dying again. Everyone is dying again.
Holding a shield is tiring, pal.
Oh my freaking god. Why is that thing so strong?
Everyone, follow me.
That's incredibly strong.
The restorative vigor of
Get rid of it.
Let's share it down.
Okay, you need to retreat. Plump. I kinda need to get this thing here. I'm going to try to stagger it with click if it is possible. Don't think it's going to be possible though, because they're kinda swarming us from all sides here. Okay. It's fine. Just let it through for a while.
They have no path to escape.
Let's go right in the middle of this. It's all good. We have a whole ton of stagger here. Never mind. We're kind of dying here. And it's just one person left. It's just one person left. And I have no way of getting rid of this nether brand anymore. That's a bit problematic, but it's alright. Just try to regenerate more of the stuff, please. Scotty, catch it. We're going to stun it.
Everyone, follow me.
Retreat. Okay. So far so good. Thank you, Scotty! Thank you! Holy damn! Holy freaking damn, they're strong! Woo! Alright! Anybody else who wants to pick a fight with us? Huh? How about the main mast? Is it here? Oh, she's here. Oh, that's probably not good. What about the workshop then, huh? How about the workshop? Oh, look at that! That's so much better! The Stultifera Navis is not only a battleship, but also houses a large number of research facility. The unrecognizable equipment in the hydrologic workshop regular. The Stultifera Navis is not only a battleship, but also houses a large number of research facilities. The unrecognizable equipment in the hydrologic workshop regularly makes noises as well, but there's no longer anyone who can interpret them. A delicate device has been placed here, its underside labeled with a single line of a gear, Mini Decombination Kit. It seems to fit into one of the slots of the little helper. Yeah, of course we're going to take that. And of course we're going to use it right away. What are they going to give us now? Halves the rate in which the Nettersea Brand spreads. Nettersea Brand deals 80% reduced art damage. Oh. And it no longer inflicts nervous... Oh! Okay, so either I allow it or either I get in the way of its spread. Or I just reduce the continuous damage. And it can no longer stun me. That seems really, really good. Because it's pretty much impossible to stop the spread. I definitely want to reduce the damage. For sure. I definitely want to reduce the damage. Okay. Now then. Amiya. What are you up to? How should one sort out one's thoughts when reunited with a mortal enemy after a long absence? Would you like to share a dance? Yes. Just dance it out. Who knows? Maybe she's going to drop dead as well. Spectre would probably love it. So, do you remember how we first met, Laurentina? Badly injured, you laid across the rocks of a snow-light beach, as if you were some kind of a sleeping beauty. After drifting along the current for so long, I was finally awoken by some truly rancid land dwellers. How I wish that I could have slept forever. How could that be? If I remember correctly, we made quite a first good impression on each other, didn't we? Well, that I won't deny. Otherwise, we would have ended up like Quintus, chopped into itty-bitty pieces. Speaking of that, it was quite a shame. Why couldn't I have felt like this back at Salvienta too? I could have reminisced with him so much more vigorously as well. Amiya maintained her elegant posture. The Nettersea brand spreads as far as she can see. But Laurentine does not take her seriously at all, not even in the slightest. But what exactly is she looking at? Your recovery seems to be going well. Thanks to you. What about the other one? How is he doing? Who knows? Maybe he ended up like Quintus and perished at the hand of one of the hunters. Oh? But which one? That was just an idle shadow. Are you fighting now? Arknights arts. Truly, if there's anything on land that can pose a threat to the hunter, it would possibly be these so-called arts. But you don't seem very well versed in fighting with them either. And you're a bit too pathetic. Laurentine, have you never wondered why your consciousness sometimes clears up and sometimes blurs? Or how you can even function after being injected with such a concentrational dose of refined liquid Arknights? Oh, isn't it because I'm built a little differently? You've also told me about your dance lessons as well. Ah, damn it! I can't believe you told me before I remembered it myself. Fine, there were dance lessons. What else did I tell you about? Amir? Stop changing the subject, Laurentina. Or are you saying that you know exactly how you woke up? Huh? Maybe? We have done many experiments on you, my sleepy beauty. For the longest time, we could only understand the ocean through the knowledge of islanders, and then a perfect organism appeared right in front of us. Our methods were primitive at best. Even if we donned the trapping of the church, we could not hide our blemish as land-dwelling creatures. Cases of us embracing the sea were few and far between, and the new life forms were solemnly stable. You still remember the huge ruckus that you made right after waking up, and the first conversation that we had after that? I asked, how exactly did the Aegir manage to do it? Do what? I dodged the specter's attack. She gently caresses her neck, and the glow of the golden hole seemed to bleach her skin a ghostly pale color. You hold a massive amount of refined liquid orignium right here. If an ordinary person had their spinal fluid replaced with such a concentration of orignium, they wouldn't be merely comatose. No two-way about it. I really ought to thank you for that. After all, you allowed me to experience a completely different life. Do you know how many Aegirs had their future forcefully wrenched from them because of these drench-sucking scums that you worship? And what would you have originally have been? An opera singer, maybe even a playwright. As if, of course not. I wanted to be a sculptor. Even my teacher said that I had a talent for that. When I was little, the city that I lived in had a massive, snow-white statue. Did it collapse during the seaborns invasion? Nah, that would have been a bit too cliché. I've never ever seen it broken. We moved to a different city before long. But that statue always remained in my head, and I never forgot what it looks like. And then, thanks to you guys, I finally understood the allegory of that statue's alternative between black and white amidst the shadows. The prayer. If I'd continued my studies in Aegir, I might have never learned the more nuanced meaning of that word. See? You can stop stalling for time now. I know that your arts are related to perception. I've seen them all. Thinking about it this way, I've met some real weirdos aboard the rodeo isle. I might have done some rather unbecoming things as well. But never mind. I'm sure they'll definitely forgive me. Is that the name of the ship? A much better ship than this one. Anyways, your precious seafarers are all dead or injured, and your Nettersea brand can't do anything but eat away at this promptus hole. What's next? Need any help writing your suicide note? You don't get to see authentic Aegirian calligraphy every day, just so you know. Well then, Laurentina. Amaya extends her hand to Spectre. Her slender palms are covered in the Nettersea brand, as if she's wearing a faintly luminescent formal dress glove. Spectre does not reject her, but grips her weapon tightly with one hand while holding her in the other. The two of them step directly across the golden hall. Actually, I wasn't really much of a dancer when I was young. The captain taught me a few things though, much later. She's a better dancer than you. You know what actually keeps your party in check, and you also know why it is easier to wake you up from your affliction the closer you are to the sea. The other hunter, particularly Gladia, must have guessed it a long time ago, but she'd always been reluctant to admit the truth to herself. It could not be simpler, yet it is so cruel. Isn't it because of returning home, and I'm smitten by the scenery? Oh, Laurentina, I never realized how much of your lovely, self-deprecating humor you have. But you're not wrong. Returning home, returning to the sea. It is all because their blood is flowing within you. Their blood? The seaborn? The seaborn part of you is holding back the Oripati. The seaborn part of you is what wakes you up when you return to the ocean. So, this awakened you, as you are now, you are seaborn, or are you an abyssal hunter? Watch your steps. Thank you. Ooh. You aren't expecting to shake me, are you? Like how Skadi got lectured by that talking scum back in Salviento. Are you not shaken then, even though you recognize that your strength, your sanity, and your soul all come from your enemies? No one can remain unperpetrated in the fact or in the face of this truth. I haven't really finished my story yet. Do you know why exactly I love the sculpture? Because during the process of carving, chiseling, and shaping, Spectre pauses her footsteps. Amaya, caught by surprise for a moment, Spectre releases her hand as her other is already bearing her weapon down, and at that moment, her expression glistening with a childlike glee. We give meaning to the form of the dead, liberating them from the void of meaninglessness. Just like my lovely destiny. Did you cut her? Did you get her? Maybe. Well, I see that Skadi is still busy. This is just to enter this trash. So what do? How are we going to catch up to this thing? And where exactly is it going? They retreat to the ocean when hurt. We don't often hunt them on dry land after all. But, the sea terrors managed to breach the hull. But even the cannon of high-speed battleships should be enough to damage the Stultifera Navis. They've had years at this. They must have chipped through it a long time ago. We trapped the ship and didn't sink it. But why? We can ponder this all we like later, but regardless of what miracle it took, we need a plan fast, or the ship is really going to sink. Plan, huh? That I have. Quickly, take out the enemies, and they should retreat back to the nest. Is it really that easy? If not, we'll have to make it so. It's heading up. Hurry! We can't let it reach the ocean! What about the captain? Did he say him for take a detour? Oh, these sea terrors are practically clogging the entire corridor here! Can you still jump? What? The roof's been corroded by the Navis brand, and it's very fragile. We'll take a shortcut. Can't she jump that high though? You're literally talking about the ceiling here. Oh, Captain. Well, there you are, my quarry. You prey on blood relatives, prey on kin. You have eaten many. Well, no shit, guy. You think we lived off the wind? To consume is without fault. Food is plenty. You will consume me. You are inviting me. Because information from afar cannot pass to kin. Language. They do not understand. Vibration of air. Utterance of sound. Understanding of rules. Learning of language. This is why I hate those damn gears. Look, even the monsters are starting to learn Agirans now. Don't think I will show you any mercy just because you learned how to talk, you scumbag. You consume me, and so I consume you. Feeding has continued for too long. It must be ended. Right? How quickly time has flown, you little runt. All this time I've watched you grow. You think that you're a predator now? You're nothing more than a domesticated beast! Alfonso's blade digs into the seaborn's body, while its sharp fang scratches his arm. Blood splatters through the air, and the atmosphere intensifies. The seaborn's movements are becoming much faster as well. Tch, you already ruined my last change of clothes as well. I ought to skin you alive for this! I guess it doesn't care. Scotty! Hey, over here! Isha. Ishamla, you will consume. Shut up already! You don't need to blather on to killing your prey. Let's just do our job here. Job? Stop it before it jumps into the sea! Think you can run again? The seaborn continues to increase its speed, appearing to leave an afterimage of itself in place. It strides and bounds, and in an instant, it's already on the opposite side of the deck. Barely touching the ground, it dives straight back into the ocean. But something else is even faster than that. A black shadow cuts off its retreat and smashes us to the floor. There, away from the light, something sears a mark into the deck, causing the entire ship to thunder, or rather to shudder. Who is it? Well, I guess we'll figure it out later. My, you're the same type of thing as Quintestin, aren't you? If not, half of your body would have been sent flying by now. Not even a single scratch, just like that. Next up is... Wait, what is this? The scent. You felt it. Of course, he no longer conceals himself, which means he has proven that he wishes to prove. He has said what he wishes to say as well. Alas, I thought he would be able to understand us. Understand what? If this scent belongs to his master then rather than something else that turned into a seaborn, then I would suggest that you give up on him on ever understanding things. Based on what I've seen of your shallow experience and moral judgment, your idea of trustworthy idea is usually just whoever stands out the most. True. Opianus has made his move. In that case, I can't waste any more time with her. There's no point in stalling either. I must find the herald. Have to welcome it. Me? Oh, are you leaving so soon? I thought we were just getting started here. Maybe next time, Laurentina. If we ever meet again, let's have another chat about the gear. There she goes. Alright. Skadi doesn't blink. She couldn't be more familiar with these movements. Simple, straightforward, a force of nature. She remembers how her colleagues at Rodeo Isle assessed her, as well as how she assessed the two in front of her, back when she first saw them. However, it is him! You were all chosen, deemed worthy by a gear. Under my command, you should have been purchased of exultant violence. Your hunting cheats complemented your skills as well. But you've regressed, Skadi. It's you. You are... And Gladia? He's not dead yet, Ulpianus. Don't be in such a rush to patronize my Skadi. I'm aware. Take heed again, Skadi. Just like before, I will only teach you once. And it's cringing. It doesn't like this one bit. Ulpianus strikes again. The strike is straightforward, without excess. It is sufficiently swift, such that the seaborn cannot avoid it, despite its wishes. Afterwards, an enormous rumbling sound proved that the strike was also sufficiently strong. By the time that the seaborn is miserably thrown against a turret that's never been fired, its body had already been considered cut down in size. Like so, restless movement, make a decision, swing your weapon, and aim for the kill. This is how you fight them. You are slower than before, and more cautious. Your life on land has been no small influence on you. Well, it's been a couple of years, hasn't it? I never thought... But how did you survive? I thought you died, but you and Swordfish, how did you two survive? What about the others then? The first company, the fort, did they... By my standards, my survival was a tragedy. The seaborn told me that the others could not be allowed to live on. They would not have overlooked anything in the nest. Of course, Based on Gladia's usual attitude, by her standard, this was also a disgrace. Finish it off first. As for your situation, we can wait for all the hunters to arrive. Let's see. You, in this dry, floating vessel, on the ship, Hunt. You left our kind. That does not benefit our kind. Your death also does not benefit our kind. You... They all don't care! Pah! What kind of hunter talks before his quarry is dead? That's the first lesson that we teach in field training. I seem to always be cleaning up after the messes of your gears. What is it that you want? What do you need with my ship? Look what you did to Iberia! And to Victoria! Letting Monster overrun Ursus as well! Durr! Ah, what a stubborn bastard! Still alive? Incredible. Run it through. Now, Alfonso! Take this! Okay, I think that's enough now, right? How many people are taking this film by now? Like 4? 5? God. Is it over? Oh, I can't feel my hands anymore. Look out beneath you. Huh? It is not dead yet. What? Oh, come on! Oh, come on! It took so many hits! How is it still alive? And it got through my dick! Trying to jump into the chopping block yourself, huh? You sack of meat! No, not quite. After it, we did chase it back into the cabins. There's still more of its kin on the ship. It's looking for her. Uh-oh. Well, I really hope that Spectre can intervene in this. Because she is also looking for it. Oh? Oh, never mind. It's eating the terrors. Alright. Is it eating all of them? Herald. Scaleless kin. Wounds can be healed. No way to nourish our kind. They all attack. Attack, but not to hunt. Amai silently listens quietly. The wound Spectre left on her slender body continues to bleed, dripping into the pool of blood already shed by the seaborn and mix into one. Mai simply listens quietly. You are also hurt. You consume me. Kin, you live. Our kin will continue and survive. The seaborn bows its head, lowering itself at Amaya's feet. It closes its eye and awaits its death. Amaya continues to listen quietly. Dedication, sacrifice. These sorts of unrequired altruism are respected by humans and considered a virtue. Agia, I've never seen that country for myself. A vast, vast country larger than Iberia, Victoria, or Ursus, or perhaps even all three of them combined. I've heard that the Agias are rationalism, but how rational can they be compared to the rationality of our kin? Listen to me, Harold. There's nothing noble about sacrifices, and dedication is not necessarily a virtue. Virtue? Noble. You do not need to understand what sacrifice or dedications are. Only democracy would presume that seaborn become closer to humanity in any form of evolution. But no. This is merely an increased tolerance to allow for more possibilities. When we praise those who selfishly serve their kin, all that means is that so many more have chosen to do otherwise. If even young Gloompincer will die in the jaws of their natural predator to protect their own kin, then why do we feel a need to repeatedly extol such a virtue? humans only sing praises of what is rare, using morality to whitewash altruism, all in an attempt to justify their ulterior hearts, deeming themselves more noble than even the simplest of beasts. Such a ridiculous self-aggrandization. It is clear that the cracks between nation and race are tearing this land asunder. Life has never been without order, my herald. This is the final answer that I sought, for which I left the land, and I've entered the sea. The seaborn closes its eyes. It contemplates the word of a mind, the words of its kin. It does not understand, but its kin says that it does not need to understand, only to do. The next moment, it feels the scaleless kin places a hand upon its body. Its kin says, I ask of you, remember me. Set me free. Consume me. What? Wait! I thought it wanted to be consumed by you! Hey! Amaya! It's too late. Oh, the scent is still here. It could have gone far. It cut through the walls, corroded by the legacy brand, and just returned to the ocean. That's not all. Something has happened here. Its blood trail just disappeared. You all stay here. I will go after it myself. Why would Hunter be afraid to return to the ocean? This is simply a disgrace. Let's do it in that disgrace, Gladia. We need to tread carefully here, and I alone will be enough to handle this. I'll go with you. To monitor me, to maintain discipline. As you please. But surely you can feel it too, right? More seaborns are approaching. This place may be closer to the shore, but it's already becoming the heart of the ocean. This is bad. Really bad. And you two? What are you up to? Soon, the Grand Domain. Very soon. The storm is tearing the sky open. The terrible waves. They come. They will come. Right. We shall be watching. We shall be waiting. We shall meet the terrible waves head on. Fortunante agrees. Now, what happened to the girl? Oh, another fight! Oh, what fun! What joy! Oh, oh yeah. All right, time to see the final evolutional stage of the fishy. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Carlson is about to save Darian as well. I hope. Really hope. Eyes of a barrier. It has been a long time since I last set foot around here. Countless soldiers from the Panata Palito laid down their lives here, and when the Seaborn finally broke through our defensive line, countless engineers died in vain in sight of the lighthouse. Before our last ship was swallowed, we fled. For every 10 men who've left home, hardly one has returned. But now, behold, light! Carmen's voice trembled for the first time in an eternity. Carlson stares silently out into the center of a distant reef, a massive lighthouse illuminating the entire sky, as bright as the day. I don't see the ship. That is a good sign. It proves they found what they were looking for, right? Let's proceed then. As long as this light is not completely extinguished, we will press forward as well. True. There's still survivors there. For sure. Monster. Of course. Clear the way. We are going in. Alright. The heat of fire. The sea terrors scattering around the main door, wandering, spinning. Carmen's eyes sweep into the distance. They follow a line of shackled corpses of these abominations. The entire way, their remains vanish within the wind. The sea terrors do not feel fear, but they do know how to seek advantage and avoid disadvantages. Their base instinct have taught them to hunt cautiously. They've been taught to fear. These creatures may not know what a country is, let alone law or morals. But they have learned to fear the High Inquisitor. They have learned to fear everything that we've built on top of civilization. Darian! You find him? Carson does not say anything else. She can see it. She can see a strange ring on a patch of fluorescent ground. Sharded corpses are stacked high into a mountain. The death of tens of thousands of their kind had imprinted a new behavior upon the sea terrors themselves. Do not approach the lighthouse! A feeble flame is still flickering. It was originally a great bonfire. Before the sea terrors had perished into the tides of death, there was nothing flammable here at all. At the heart of the flame stands a single man. He lit his lantern and leans on his sword, just as he did when he learned to stand guard in his youth. Motionless. You've done well, Darian. Be at peace now. God damn it. The lantern in Darius' hand seemed to echo Carmen's farewell. In an instant, the fire swallowed even more sea terrors before the raging flames then warped around the silent High Inquisitor. His already clouded eyes are still gazing far into the distance. Carmen remained silent for a long time before Darian's statue-like body. Carlson does not interrupt Carmen's mourning. She only takes in the scenery with her eyes. There aren't many signs of the hunter's activities here. The High Inquisitor remained here alone, staving off the surging tide of sea terrors until his life was spent. But even if the soldier's life force has bleeded dry long ago, the sea terrors still fear him because his flame had not extinguished, because his light had not dimmed at all. The Inquisitor had turned himself into a force of nature, a pledge to defend the sanctity of the Eye of a Barrier, even beyond his death. After a long time, Carmen lifts his head. Only then does Carter see a sign of age in the old man in front of her. Though the Inquisitor had used various methods to prolong his life, in this moment he could no longer hide the fatigue behind his eyes. He turned his head and looked towards Calcet, then back to Darian, who was gradually disappearing into the flames himself. He's using his own body. Oh, god damn it! I like that guy! Why did he have to go like this? Oh. But wait, what about Jordy? Jordy is still here. He was indeed a fine student, Calcet. We have 3 minutes to mourn the deaths of the soldier. Once the flame go out, nothing will stand between the sea terrors and their nest. They will swarm this place. Also, I don't see the girl. At least his disciple has survived. But I know higher level seaborns here. Doesn't seem so, at least for the time being. The numbers are nothing to be feared then. For the time being, I said. We ought to find more permanent solutions here. The Eye of a Barrier was built by Bregon. It has the potential to become the hub for establishing a link with Aegea. Assuming they were able to find the ship. Wait, hold on. Who reactivated the Eye? Neither the Aegeas nor Darian should have had any experience in doing this. Oh, look up there. Jordy is still fighting. But he's running out of space! finally! The control panel is fine. I'm totally worn out. Monster? Oh god! Right, it's the first time he sees it! Yeah! I must admit, you definitely have surpassed my expectations. You managed to relight the Eye of a Barrier all by yourself, restored at least 30% of its functionality as well. You did this alone, under all of these conditions. Oh, you're the one that Mr. Eliasm has mentioned. Oh. What about Mr. Inquisitor? He's been fighting for his life down there this entire time, and I didn't dare to get closer to him since I wouldn't be able to help him anyways. So all I could do was keep an eye on the control panels here, and he made the ultimate sacrifice. What? But by no means was it in vain. He sacrificed himself for his fate, and as such will now live on forever. He died heroically as an Inquisitor, as a vindicator of a barrier. His ideal self shall be forever enshrined on the coast of a barrier. And then there's you, Agia. You have defended the purpose of a sacrifice. You have persisted all of this time and never give up. You've done well yourself. I never even got to talk to him much. But he... What about Grandfather then? What is going to happen to my home? I usually don't answer every question from the general public. But for now, I don't intend to lie to you. Grandfather will soon be under the management of the Penna Palito. The citizens will all come under their unified control, and the contribution of the construction of the frontline checkpoint. Also, Tiago has died by the hands of the heretics. No! How could this have happened? Uncle Tiago, is he really? He had long been aware of the Church of the Deep's cultists, yet turned a blind eye to them as well. His cover-up drafted the plans of the Penata Palito and delayed our ability to send our support. Even if he has escaped dead, he would not have escaped me, my child. I see. Shorty collapsed, limping only onto the ground. He feels numb and exhausted. He feels like the single strand supporting him through everything that had happened. Long one fin had suddenly snapped. Uncle Tiago, why? Monster, guard the entrance. Of course. Can you confirm where the Stultifera Navis was last seen? Maybe he needs a bit of time to process this. Nam cuts it. Oh, yes, not that far. And the last signal came less than 48 hours ago. What? She's still able to send signals? Regon helped the Iberian royal family construct the lighthouse and the fleece. Why, if not for restoring connection to his homeland? Be it the Eye of a Barrier, or some transport hidden in the corner of the Stultifera Navis, they all used the Aegea's technology without reservation. Of course, all of this assumed that the seaborn hasn't already destroyed the ship and turned it into their nest. Carmen's eyes silently followed the direction of the light extended towards the horizon. The Stultifera Navis cannot be seen by the naked eye. The ocean is too expansive. And what is not too far for a ship is still a cruel shock to those on land. The very saint once again shows his age. His lips quiver as if innumerable thoughts are crossing through his mind. Alfonso, Gracia, Tere, Julia, are you still out there? Do you know them? Are you their friends? My captain and Gladia pursued it into the ocean. We should go help them as well. No, we better off waiting here. The waters are restless and the seaborne scent is swirling together. There are probably more than just one out there. Also... Hey, Did you hear something, Scotty? Hmm? What? No, I didn't. Let's see. What have you done to this place? You are gears. How did you even get in here? I was the only one with the key, and when the old deadbeat kicked the bucket, I threw it in the ocean. It has been 50 years already. If this is the power source of the vessel, wouldn't locking it up means giving up hope altogether? The old deadbeat was the last engineer that we had. When he died, we had nobody left who could possibly fix the ship. To make matters worse, we were already tangled up in the seaborn and couldn't get away either. I didn't need anyone rocking the boat on my watch. But answer me, how did you find this place? We're gone. The captain followed the clues that he left behind, which led to Alberia, and then here. You people, you know of the shipwriter? Nope, not at all. I've always been more into the arts anyways, you know? But it really shouldn't have come to a surprise there. To return to Aegea, we must follow the trails of the others. Oh, what is this? Ah, you even gotten your hands dirty, digging up some of Bergon's personal belongings. Hasn't Aegea ever heard of respecting the people's privacy? Nope, at least not now. So what exactly does it say? Bergon's experience on land. A travelogue, I would say. Is this what the captain has been looking for? Maybe. I have no clue. Why don't you just ask her yourself? But she's here. Just a small part of it. Returning empty-handed again, huh? It disappeared. Furthermore, the reason we didn't chase any further is because there was sign of other seaborn nearby. They came here following the distant scents and the call of their kin. Now, I don't mind skipping straight to the slaughter, but we should resolve the problem with the ship first. You dare treat my Albarian as a prize to be taken? This ship is the only way for us to return home, and only it can contact our cities. As for the issue of repairs, perhaps I might be more qualified than a handful of backward Albarians who know little of Bragon's technology. I can't pass up this opportunity, even if we must resort to force here. Let's see. Well, maybe we can still talk this out though. I mean, he's been living here for 60 years. Isn't it a bit cruel if we just force him off of his home? I mean, at this point it has become his home, right? His only haven. Huh. 2 against 4, I see, huh? Oh yeah. 3 against 3, I would say. What? What is that supposed to mean? Not so fast, Claudia. Don't forget what I said. You never gave me a reason to give up on returning to Aegea, though. I'm telling you that you don't know what it is like there now. The Seaborn have never taken the initiative to attack our cities unless the nest and living space were threatened. Each act of slaughter, each act of destruction has been fueled by the Aegea's degranacies. They thought that we were dead. They lost contact with us. The blood of the Seaborn flows within us. In all our long years of battling against these enemies, we finally have a prime opportunity here. You think these few acts of degeneracy have nothing to do with the scums that we fight? Even if left alone, the Seaborn's living space will grow like a tumor until the entire ocean is devoured. This and that are 2 separate issues, neither of which can be solved by heading home right now. We join the army and marching forth once more. Why don't we just try thinking outside the box for once? Box? I see. So I've chosen to listen to those lowly beasts, to walk with them, to understand them. They call us their kin, but what do we know about them? Far too little. I can hardly even understand what I've seen myself, until we obtain definitive answer about their gods. Everything that they do is uselessly groping around in the dark. What are you even talking about? You And the seaborn? How do we know that you're still on our side? Why do you have to? Every hunter who thought that he could get something out of the seaborn has ended up disappearing instead. Of course, you should understand that better than me. The whispers resonate. They will invade your mind. Those are not your thoughts. Skadi. That's also a separate issue. I will let Gladia give you the specifics. Ship captain, escort them away. I was just thinking about the same thing, Agia. What a pity. Well, stillness, silence. Hunters long separated always seem to have the least pleasance of reunion. Something squirms in the heart of Skadi and Spectre. The chief mate hesitate. Its wounds are still aching. Yeah, I really don't want to fight her, or him. She saved Arena's life, after all, and there's still a human heart in there. The swords are drawn, bowstrings stretched taut. It's quiet. Too quiet. Wait, how's this possible? The rushing of waves, the howling of wind, the creaking sound of the hull being torn open by the seaborns. They all become so distant. Okay. Hey, hunters! The ship is sailing! Nonsense. All the barrier. Just how many years do you think? No, I swear that it is true. Something is pushing the ship. And it might have been pushing the ship the whole time when we were chasing after the seaborn. And from the very beginning, well, our surroundings have been unusually quiet. Where is it taking us? Rochinanta? Kin, gather, take the cell, and go far away. Follow, we will follow. We will find the end of the storm. It doesn't want to. The waves are fading. Silence is coming. The silence? I don't hear anything at all. After so many years of the waves washing against us. Why is that? It is just like that day. Uh-oh. Cowering in pain and suffering. Garcia! Oh, my hand is shaking. Damn it. If I didn't need it to hunt, I would have lopped this thing off a long time ago. What is the meaning of this? Gladia does not answer. She imperceptibly reaches for her neck. The scales, the part of her that do not belong to her, are resonating with something. The scent of the seaborn, the smell of the ocean. It's gone. Look outside. It is way too peaceful. How could this just be? What is going on? Why is it so quiet now? Wait. Did you hear that? What was that? Was there something? The ocean sank into an unprecedented silence. Anomalies appear across the shore as violently ebb-tides and irregular waves herald the coming of a disaster. All sounds were smothered, from waves crashing against the shore to the chiming of cities' clock towers. All noise simply faded away, until the voices of the people also disappeared as well, until the wind was still. The profound silence came without a sound. That's impossible! It's just like the Inquisitioner has recorded it! Are we facing another silence here? Shark, where are you going? I'm heading up to check things out. Then I'll be going with you as well. Yeah, me too. No, Skadi. You and Gladia will stay here. Why? Skadi. Why? Stay with Gladia, and remember this one thing. You will always be our hunter. Laurentina, let us go.